the wait is finally over. After months of speculation, teaser announcements, and the kind of anticipation that only the Yellowstone universe can generate, Dutton Ranch is no longer just a rumor. It is happening, and everything we know so far suggests it is going to be one of the most gripping television events of 2026. Beth and Rip Wheeler are leaving Montana behind, but do not for a second think that means things are getting any quieter for them. The new series picks up with the couple, along with young Carter, the boy they folded into their fierce and complicated version of family planting roots deep in the heart of Texas, where a brand new ranch and a brand new set of enemies are waiting. For anyone who thought relocating would give Beth and Rip a chance to breathe, think again. The Dutton name carries weight wherever it goes, and in Texas, that weight comes with consequences. At the center of the show's conflict is a power struggle that feels immediately fresh for the Yellowstone universe. Standing across from Beth is Bula Jackson, a commanding, calculating, and dangerously charming ranch owner, played by the legendary Annette. Bula is not just a wealthy landowner, she is the kind of woman who plays the long game, who reads a room before anyone else has found their seat, and who has built her empire on exactly the kind of cunning that Beth Dutton has never had to face head-on before. For the first time in this franchise, Beth may have met her true intellectual equal, and that single dynamic alone is enough to make Dutton Ranch unmissable television. Bula does not operate alone. Jai Courtney joins the cast as Rob Will, the ranch's foreman, physically imposing, emotionally unpredictable, and radiating the kind of raw danger that Rip himself once projected on the Yellowstone. Rob Will is not a man who negotiates. He is a man who enforces, and his presence on screen promises the kind of hard, tension-soaked confrontations that fans of the original series came to love. Alongside him is Hakan, portrayed by Juan Pablo Raba, described as a man who fixes problems big or small. That phrase alone, big or small, carries a weight that fans of this genre will immediately understand. A man hired to make problems disappear is not a man to be underestimated. And it is very likely that Hakan answers directly to Bula, making him one of the most quietly dangerous figures in the entire series. Rip, never one to go into battle without a trusted right hand, has already found his man in Texas. Junior. Vial steps into the role of Azul, a figure who is set to become Rip's closest ally on the new ranch. The dynamic between Rip and Azul closely mirrors what longtime viewers remember from John Dutton and Rip's relationship in Yellowstone. A bond built not on words but on loyalty, shared labor, and the unspoken understanding of what survival actually costs. Azul is also likely to play a significant role in Carter's ongoing training, shaping the young man into the kind of ranch hand the Dutton legacy demands. Carter himself gets more room to grow in this series, and that growth comes with a romantic thread that adds real emotional texture to the show. Natalie Aylin Lind plays Oriana, a young woman described as wild-spirited and magnetic, and the connection between her and Carter appears to be one of the story's beating hearts. Just as Beth and Rip's love was forged in the rough edges of youth, Carter and Oriana's relationship may carry that same complicated, hard-won tenderness, made all the more complicated by the fact that Carter is being groomed to one day carry the weight of the entire operation on his shoulders. Stolen moments, secret meetings, and the constant tension between duty and desire look set to make their storyline one of the most emotionally resonant of the season. Two additional characters round out the ensemble in ways that add surprising depth. Mark Manaka plays Zachariah, a man freshly out of prison who is trying to rebuild his life as a wrangler and cowboy. It is easy to imagine Rip being the one to extend that hand, not out of charity, but out of the hard knowledge that second chances, when earned, produce the most unshakable loyalty. Zachariah may well become one of Dutton Ranch's most self-sacrificing figures. Then there is Everett McKinney, brought to life by the incomparable Ed Harris, a seasoned veterinarian with a dry wit and a deep well of compassion. Everett feels like the show's moral anchor, the man who has seen enough of the world to find the absurdity in its violence, and wise enough to sometimes be the only thing standing between Beth Dutton and an irreversible decision. The shadow of Yellowstone does not lift when the characters cross state lines. In the aftermath of Jamie Dutton's death, questions are being asked in Montana, and those questions are heading south, with Casey currently being pressed about what really happened to Jamie. It is only a matter of time before Beth and Rip feel the pressure from a world they thought they left behind. They are the ones who truly pulled the trigger on that chapter of their lives, and the show seems intent on making sure they never fully escape it. The duality of building something new while old sins come knocking is one of the most compelling thematic threads Dutton Ranch appears to be pulling. In a nod to its roots, the series is also expected to carry forward one of Yellowstone's most iconic and visceral traditions. The Dutton Ranch brand has already been officially revealed, and with it comes the strong implication that ranch workers may once again be branded as a mark of belonging and loyalty. It is the kind of detail that draws a direct line between the old world and the new, reminding viewers that no matter how far from Montana this story travels, its soul remains unchanged. As of now, no official premiere date has been confirmed, but sources close to the production have indicated that Dutton Ranch is on track for a late 2026 release. Given the scale of the cast, the ambition of the story, and the size of the audience already waiting, that timeline feels both realistic and, for fans who have been counting the days, almost unbearably far away. Now it is your turn. What do you think is going to happen when Beth and Rip set up in Texas? Is Bula Jackson the villain Beth has always needed to finally meet her match? Or does Beth Dutton still come out on top? Drop your predictions in the comments below, and if this breakdown got you fired up for what is coming, hit that like button and subscribe so you do not miss a single update as Dutton Ranch gets closer to its premiere.